Good morning, my dear students. This is Sheza sir, and you are watching Patel Science Academy. Dear students, I welcome you in the third number lecture from the chapter uh, Inheritance and the Variation. So, dear students, this is the third number lecture from this chapter, and in this lecture, I am going to teach you about the Mendel's law. So, dear students, uh, Mendel's law, actually Mendel proposed three basic postulates on the basis of which three laws were formulated, and all that three laws we'll see in this lecture. And that three laws includes: law number 1 is law of dominance, law number 2 is law of segregation, and law number 3 is law of independent assortment. So let's see all these three laws with the particular example, with the suitable example for each, and with their genotypic and phenotypic ratio, and with their explanation. So dear students, let's start the very first law, that is law of dominancy or law of dominance. What is its statement? In a cross between two organisms. Dear students, if there is a cross in between two organisms which are pure for any one pair or pairs of contrasting characters, means if there is a cross in between two organisms and they are having at least one contrasting character means different character. So in a cross between the two organisms pure for any pair or pairs of contrasting characters, what about that characters? The characters that appears in the first generation, that is F1 generation, first filial generation, the character which appears in the F1 generation is called dominant character, and the one or those character which is not appeared in the F1 generation, or which is suppressed in the F1 generation, it is called recessive character. So thus there is always a uniform expression in the F1 generation. So dear students, this is the statement of law of dominancy. If there is a cross in between two organisms pure for any one pair of character or any one character which is contrasting, which is not same, which is different in each of the parents, then what happens in their next generation when they will produce their F1 generation. So in their F1 generation, the character which appears, that is called dominant character, and the character which does not appear or which is suppressed, it is called recessive character. Means in the F1 generation, those character will be appeared which is dominant. So this is the first law statement, and now we'll see the example to explain this law. So I hope you have understood the statement of the law of dominance. In a cross between the two organisms pure for any pair of contrasting characters, contrasting means different contrasting characters, the character that appears in the F1 generation is called dominant character, and the character which is not appeared or which is suppressed in the F1 generation, it is called recessive characters. So let's see the example. The example is a monohybrid cross, means mono means one. So the example is a monohybrid cross experiment, means the cross in between the two organism which is having one different character or contrasting character. That's why this cross is called monohybrid cross. So monohybrid cross experiment in the garden pea plant, we are taking the example of the garden pea plant to explain this law. So monohybrid cross experiment in the garden pea plant between the tall plant and the dwarf plant or short plant. So this is that contrasting character, means the stem height is the contrasting character here. One parent is tall and another parent in that cross is dwarf, means short. So let's see this example. We'll take the two parents here, and we'll compare their height. One will be tall and another one will be short or dwarf. So tall plant is indicated by this pair of gene, capital T, capital T. Means tallness is indicated by capital T and capital T, while the dwarfness is indicated by small t. So dear students, this tallness is indicated by the capital T in this cross, and dwarfness means shortness is indicated by the small t. So let's see the cross properly. So this is that cross, dear students. I'll try to explain it in a particular in a easiest way. So dear student, this is that cross, and in this cross these are two parents, one parents with a capital T and one parents with the small t. So this small t parent is having short height, means it is dwarf, and this capital T is having the tall height. So these are two parents. Parent number 1 is tall, parent number 2 is dwarf, and we will see their F1 generation. What happens in the F1 generation? For cross, they will produce their gametes. So capital T will produce capital T this gamete, and small t will produce small t this gamete. So these are the two gametes of these two parents. Then what will happen? There will be a crossing in between these two, capital T and small t. So when this capital T will fuse with this small t, they will get this result. So this is the result, capital T small t. This is their first generation, that is called F1 generation. And what does the law of dominance says? In a monohybrid cross, when the two homozygous individuals with one or more sets of contrasting characters are crossed, the allele or character that appears in the F1 generation, they are called dominant, and those which do not appear in the F1 generation, they are called recessive. So dear students, this capital T and small t is the genotypic genotype, and these small t and capital T genotype is what is the phenotype? Physically they will be tall. So why they are tall? Because of the capital T this gene. So dear students, their F1 generation is tall. So in this F1 generation, this tallness is the dominant character, while where is the recessive character? Recessive character is indicated by small t, and it is not appearing here in this F1 generation. So this capital T means the tallness is appearing here, and that's why the according to the law of dominance, the when there is a cross in between two organisms having at least one contrasting character, so we have crossed these two parents, one with the capital T and one with the small t. Capital T is for tallness, small t is for dwarfness. So we got this result here, and in this result we have seen the next progeny is means next generation is tall. So tallness is appearing here and dwarfness is not appearing in this F1 generation. That's why this tallness is indicated by capital T and it is the dominant character, and this small t means dwarfness is indicated by small t and it is not appearing here. That's why it is called a recessive character. So this is about the law of dominance. I hope you have understood by this example in which we have compared or crossed the two parents with the different stem height. So dear students, this was that explanation. Parents, we have taken two parents, one pure tall, another one pure dwarf. As I told you earlier, tallness is indicated by capital T and dwarfness is indicated by genotype small t. Their phenotype is tallness and dwarfness. Their genotype is capital T, small t. Their gametes, then their gametes are capital T will produce capital T this gamete, and small t will produce small t this gamete. Then there will be a cross in between these two gametes and they will produce F1 generation. So F1 generation will be capital T from here and small t from here, so F1 generation will be capital T small t. So this capital T small t is a genotype, and phenotype is, it is indicating tallness. So what we have learned here from this cross, we have learned here, if there is a cross in between two organisms having at least one contrasting character, like height of the stem, here tallness and dwarfness is there, so in their F1 generation the character which appear is called dominant character, and the character which does not appear is called recessive character. So tallness is here dominant character, and shortness is, or dwarfness is here recessive character. So this is the law of dominance. So Mendel's law, the classical genetics and the Mendel's cross, each trait in the pea plant is controlled by two alleles, that is alternative form of the gene, and that is actually dominant allele and recessive allele. As I told you, dominant allele means that it is indicated by capital letter, and its mass the expression of the recessive allele, which is indicated by the lowercase, means by the small letter. Alleles occur on the homologous pairs of the chromosomes at a particular gene locus, and the homozygous means the identical alleles, means the same allele, and the heterozygous means the different allele. So these are some basic terminology used in this Mendel's law. So dear students, I hope you have learned and you have understood the law of dominance. Now we'll see the second law. Second law is law of segregation, which is also called the law of purity of gamete. So law of segregation, we'll see now. What is the statement of law of segregation, which is also known as the law of purity of gametes? Its statement is the member of allelic pairs in a hybrid remain together without mixing with each other. So member of allelic pair means, allelic pair, as we have seen in the previous cross, capital T, small t, that is the allelic pair members. That was the capital T is one of the allelic pair, and their member is capital T. One capital is one member, and another capital T is another member. So what does it indicates? What is the statement of this law of segregation? The member of allelic pairs in the hybrid remains together. They remains together. All the members of the hybrid remains together, but without mixing with each other. They do not mix with each other and separate. Segregate means separate, and separate or segregate during the gamete formation. Thus, the gamete receives only one of the two factors, and they are pure for the given traits. So dear students, this is the statement of the second law, that is the law of purity of gametes. So it indicates the member of allelic pairs. I hope you are understanding that allelic pair, its all member in a hybrid remain together. They remain together in the hybrid cross, but they do not mix, means without mixing with each other. And what happens? They separate or segregate during the gamete formation. So in the hybrid, the members of allelic pair remains together without mixing with each other, and when they go for the gamete formation, they separate. That's why each gamete receives only one of the two factors, and they are pure for that given trait. So dear students, I hope you have understood the statement, and now we'll see the examples. Example is again the monohybrid cross in the garden pea plants with the same example we have seen for the law of dominance, that is the garden pea plant cross with the stem height, that is tallness and dwarfness. So now we'll go for the example with the same example with the different characteristics. So dear students, this is that cross. If P means, just look at the top left of this page. This P is indicating the parents, then their genotypes is there, then their gametes is there, then there is a, then there is after gamete there is a F1 generation, then the gametes of the F1 generation will be produced, then F2 generation, and then the percentage, that is the ratio. So now we'll see the parents. So dear students, as this cross is between the two parents having the contrasting pair, this is one of the parents, this is one of the parents with the pure tall height, and this is pure dwarf parent with the short height. As you know, these are the parents phenotypes: pure tall and pure dwarf. What about their genotypes? Genotypes: tallness is indicated by capital T, and dwarfness is indicated by small t. So first we have seen here the parental phenotype, tall parent and dwarf parent. Then genotype: capital T, small t. Thereafter their gametes: capital T will form capital T gamete, and small t will form small t gamete. Then there F1 generation. F1 generation, this gamete will fused with this gamete and they will produce this capital T small t. So capital T small t, as this is one character comparison, that's why this cross is called monohybrid cross. If there will be a cross between the parents with the two contrasting character, two different character, that cross is called dihybrid. If there is a three character comparison, that cross will call trihybrid likewise. So this capital T and small t, what will be the phenotype? It will be tall, it will be having the long height, tallness will be there because of this capital T, as I have explained you about the law of, in the law of dominancy. But we are watching here the second law, the law of segregation. The member of allelic pair remains together in the hybrid without mixing with each other. So you are watching here the member of allelic pair, means this is one pair, capital T is coming from that capital T, and this is small t coming from the small t. So these are the member of allelic pair, and they are remaining together here in this cross, capital T small t, but they are not mixing with each other. Capital T small t is there, and here tallness is there, but dwarfness is in the hidden condition, in the recessive condition. And what is the rest of the statement? And during the gamete formation, now it is going for the gamete formation. So this capital T small t will form the two gametes, as there are two t, one is capital and another one is small. So during the gamete formation, they segregate or separate. So here you can see they have separated from each other. Capital T is here and small t is here. So this is that law in which the member of allelic pair remains together without mixing with each other in the hybrid cross, and they get separated during the gamete formation. So here you can see during the gamete formation they have separated from each other. And if it is going for selfing, so what will happen? These two gametes with if it will go for the selfing, so this is male and this is female. This is female gametes and these are male gametes. So just see it vertically, this is female gamete or male gamete, you can consider any one parents, and horizontally this is one of the gametes from one parents, that is female gametes. So these are the two gametes of female, and these are the two gametes of male. As selfing is there, that's why these gamete will be same. So now we are making here checkerboard. So in the checkerboard you can see when this capital T of female will fuse with the capital T of this male, so they will make capital T, that is tall. When this small t will fuse with this capital T, they will make capital T small t, that is again tall. When this capital T from this female will fuse with this small t from this male, then they will produce capital small t, and it is again tall. When this capital T from this female and will fuse with the small t of this male, then they will produce small t, and it is dwarf. So dear students, you can see here we have got 4 result, and out of that 4, one is tall, this one is again tall, this one is again tall. So in this 4 result, out of this 4, 3 are tall, out of which one number is pure tall, and these 2 and 3 number are heterozygous tall, means they are having the small t2 and 1 dwarf. So that's why the phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1, means 3 are tall, 1 2 3, and 1 is dwarf. So 75% is tall and 25% is dwarf. So this is tallness and dwarfness ratio. Phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1, and genotypic ratio is 1 is pure tall, that's why 1 is 2. These capital T small t, capital T small t, these are 2, that's why 1 is to 2, and small t is 1, that is 1 is to 2 is to 1. So this is genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio is 1 capital T, 2 capital T, and 1 small t. So likewise genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1 is equal to 4 result, and phenotypic ratio is 3 is to 1, 3 tall and 1 dwarf. This is the explanation of this law of segregation. So total result we have got phenotypic ratio 3 is to 1, as I told you, out of which 3 tall plants are there, out of which capital T is 1, means pure tall is 1, and capital T small t are 2. Thereafter capital 1 dwarf we got there, 1 dwarf and 3 tall, means the small t is only 1. Thereafter this is about the phenotypic ratio, means tallness versus dwarfness, 3 is to 1. Now we'll see the genotypic ratio. Genotypic ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 1, means 1 pure tall, that is capital T, 2 hybrid tall, means capital T small t, and 1 pure dwarf, means small t. So this is about the genotypic and the phenotypic ratio of this law of segregation. Now we'll see the last and the third law of Mendel, that is called law of independent assortment. So dear students, this is the last law, and in this law we'll see the dihybrid cross. So this dihybrid cross, its statement is when the two homozygous parents differing in two pairs of contrasting traits are crossed. Dear students, what difference you are observing here? The difference is, now this time in this cross there are two parents, but they are having two pairs which is different. In the previous law we have seen the two parents with only one different character. In this law statement we are watching here the two pairs with the contrasting characters, means the different characters. If they are crossed, what happened? The inheritance of one pair is independent of other, means the one pairs is independently assort, or assortment means distribution. So one pair is not dependent on that other pair, and they independently assort in the next generation. So this is the statement when two homozygous parents differing into two pairs of the contrasting traits are crossed, the inheritance of one pair is independent of other, means that two pairs which is different in this parents, they will not be dependent on each other, and they will independently transmit in the next generation. So example for this cross is dihybrid cross between the two garden pea plants. In this cross, the yellow round seed, the color of the seed is yellow round, yellow color of the seed. Here is one of the example, and round is the shape. So here we are comparing two characters, one the color of the seeds and the another one the shape of the seed. So one parent will be with yellow color seed and round shape. This is one parent, and it will be crossed with the another one parent. Another one parent will have the green color of the seeds and wrinkled shape of the seeds. So these are two pairs, one parent with the yellow color and the round shape of the seed, and the another parent with the green color of the seed and the wrinkled shape of the seed. So now we'll see this cross to explain this law of independent assortment. So dear students, this is the dihybrid cross, and in this dihybrid cross we will cross here true breeding, one parents with the yellow round and the another one parent with the green wrinkled. So you can see here, this is one of the seed which is yellow in color and round shape. These are two characters we are comparing here, one the shape and the one the color of the seed. So here one parent is with the yellow color seed and the round shape, and this is another one parent with the green color seed and a wrinkled shape. You can see the shape, wrinkled shape here. So yellowness is indicated by capital Y and round shape is indicated by capital R, while the green color of the seed is indicated by small y and a wrinkled shape is indicated by small r. So in this cross you can see capital Y, capital R is the genotypic pair for the yellow round garden pea plant, and the small y, small r is the genotypic pair of green wrinkled parents. So if these two parents are crossed with each other, what will happen? They will produce the F1 generation with capital Y, capital R, this is one of the gamete, and small y, small r, this is another one gamete. So these gamete will fuse with this gamete and they will produce capital Y, small y, capital from here and small from here, capital capital Y, small y, and capital R, small r. So likewise the F1 generation will have capital Y, small y, capital R, small r. This is their F1 generation, and this F1 generation will definitely show yellow color because of the capital Y, and round shape because of this capital R. So because they are dominant over the green color and the wrinkled shape, so these are called hybrid, and their phenotype will be yellow round. So this indicates that when there is a cross in between the two parents having the yellow color and the round shape of the seed with the green color and wrinkled shape of the seed, they will, in the F1 generation, they will produce yellow round, that is capital Y, capital R, small r. Now we'll go for their gametes formation. What will happen if this capital Y, capital R, small r is going to produce the gametes? So four types of the gametes will be produced there. This is that F1 generation, capital Y, capital R, small r, and in this capital Y, capital R, small r, if they will go for the selfing, so they will make gametes first. So first gamete will be capital R. You can write either Y first or R, doesn't matter. So capital R, small y, this will be the first gamete. Four type of gamete will form. Second gamete will be capital Y, small y. Third gamete will be small r, capital Y, and fourth gamete will be small ry. So these are four gametes. Now we'll make the checkerboard. So we'll write here the gametes of the male and here the gametes of the female. So these are same gametes will be there because this is selfing. So we'll in this cross we'll get this these are the gametes first, capital Y, small capital Y, capital R, capital R small y, small r capital Y, and small ry. Same gamete will be here. Now we'll see the cross. This is box number 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So likewise we'll get 16 result. How these 16 results are? So let's see one by one. When this capital ry will of male will cross with this capital ry of these parents, then they will produce this result. What is that result? Capital RR, capital YY. Then when this gamete capital R small y will fuse this capital RY, what will happen? The next generation will be capital R from here, capital R from here. That's why capital R and capital Y small y. So this is next generation. When this when this small r capital Y will fuse with this capital RY, so they will produce capital R small r capital YY. And when this small ry will fuse with this capital RY, so definitely they will produce capital R small r capital Y small y. Likewise, the cross of this parent and this gamete with these, it will produce capital RR small y capital Y. The gamete capital R small y with this will make capital RR small YY. The gamete this one with this will produce capital R small y capital Y, and this gamete with this will produce capital R small YY. Likewise, the next this capital R capital Y with this will make capital R small r capital YY. Then this one with this will make capital R small r capital Y small y. Then this one small r capital Y will fuse with this and will make small r capital YY. And this small ry with this small ry with this small r capital Y will make small rr capital Y small y. Likewise, when this capital R capital Y will fuse with this small ry will make capital R small r capital Y small y. This one with this will make capital R capital small YY. This one with this small rr capital Y small y, and this small rr small YY will produce small rr small YY. Likewise, these are the 16 result will be produced in this checkerboard, and this is that Punnett square or checkerboard. In the F2 generation, the phenotypic ratio is 9 is to 9 is 9 is to 3 is to 3 is to 1. Means here 9 plus 3 plus 3 plus 1 is equal to 16 result, and 16 result phenotypically will be likewise. This yellow color is indicating the tall this yellow color is indicating the yellow round, which is 9 in number, in which either both r will be capital or one r will be capital, and either both y will be capital or one y will be capital. If that condition is there, so that will be definitely with the yellow in color and a round in shape. So you can see in all these result 9 yellow round progeny is there. Thereafter, green but round. So green and round. Round, for round shape, capital R, either both capital R or one of the R will be capital, should be capital there for round shape. And for green color there will not be capital Y, there should be both Y in a small letter, means in the recessive condition. So this cross is one of the round shape and green color new progeny. This is again round shape, green color, and this is again round shape, the green color. So this light green color is indicating here three result, that is with the round shape but green in color. Then next three will be wrinkled yellow, means this will be yellow in color but their shape will be not round, their shape will be wrinkled, means they will have either two capital Y or one capital Y, but both R will be small because it is wrinkled in shape. So again it is new product. So 9:3:2, these three in this star you can see here, they will have small r, capital Y, small r, capital Y, small y, and small r, y, and capital Y. So these are, because of small r they are wrinkled in shape, because of capital Y they are yellow in shape. And only one, that is 16 number result, is having all dwarf, means all recessive characters, small r, small y, means this is only one result and this is pure dwarf. So likewise this is the phenotypic ratio 9:3:3:1. So this is phenotypic ratio. But what about the genotypic ratio? So let's see the total result. We got are 16. Phenotypic ratio, as I told you, 9:3:1, out of which 9 are yellow round, which was one of the parent, 3 are yellow wrinkled. This is new combination we got because of this cross. Yellow color was in the parent, yellow color was with the round shape, but in this, according to this law, the one of the pair, it is not dependent on their another allele, they independently assort from each other. Third one is the green round, which is one of the parents, and fourth one is a green wrinkled. Dear students, this yellow round and this sorry this yellow round and this green wrinkled, these were all two parents of cross. But what about the yellow wrinkled and green round? Yellow color was with the round shape, green color was with the wrinkled shape, but we got here two new combination, and it indicates and it proves the law that the law states that when hybrid possessing two or more pairs of the contrasting alleles or factors forms the gamete, the factor in each pair segregates independently of other pairs. So here we took the example in which there were two characters with each other, yellow color of the seed with the round shape of the seed, and green color of the seed with the wrinkled shape of the seed. And in this cross we got two new result, that is yellow color came with the wrinkled shape and green color came here with the round shape. So it indicates that in the next generation this pair, it doesn't depend on each other and they get independently assort, or they get transferred independently of their other of their pair. So this is the phenotypic ratio we got here in this cross, in this dihybrid cross. What about the genotypic ratio? In the genotypic ratio, Genotypic ratio is 12, 24, 12, 12, 1. This is not a ratio. This actually ratio is 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. Likewise, these are 16 result. But just for logic, you can remember it 12, 24, 12, 12, 1. But don't forget to write the ratio there. It is actually 12, 24, 12, 12, 1. But it should be 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. Likewise, 16 result genotypically we got here, and it is likewise. Out of that 16, one is capital Y, one is out of that 16 result, capital Y, capital Y, capital R is 1. Then capital Y, small y, capital R, we got this genotype pair 2 time. Then capital YY, small rr, only 1 time. Then small yy, capital RR, 1 time. Then small yy, small rr, 1 time. Then capital YY, capital R, small r, 2 time. Then capital Y, capital R, small r, 4 time. Then capital Y, small r, 2 time. And small y, capital R, small r, 2 time. Likewise, we got genotype 1 is to 2 is to 2 is to 4 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1 is to 2 is to 1. So likewise, dear students, we got this result in the dihybrid cross, and this is about these 3 laws of Mendel. The explanation, it indicates the first law, which is also called as the law of dominance. This first law is not universally applicable. You cannot it is not applicable universally, means it is not applicable with all characters. Second law is universally applicable. It is applicable to all characters. And third law is not universally applicable. So this is about